two trades I would like to look at today, which I took. One was on the EURUSD, which I won, and the other was on GU, and I lost that trade. So I think I'll go over the losing trade first, which was GU, GBPUSD. So I kind of shot myself in the foot with this trade, and I'll kind of explain why. Uh, First of all, let me draw your attention to this little zone here, right? So first of all, we can see we had a push up, then a push down, right? That resulted obviously in a support zone on the 4-hour chart, right? Eventually, we did manage to break all the way through it. We retested it. It became then a 4-hour support, right? It then became a 4-hour support zone, right? From that, 4-hour resistance zone. From that resistance zone, price pushed downwards towards that very key daily support zone. We then rejected from the daily support zone, and we pushed once again back up to that 4-hour resistance. We were unable to push through it, and price once again retraced back towards the daily support zone, right? Finally, once price once again pushed off of the daily support zone, we did in fact manage to break the 4-hour resistance zone, which now becomes once again a 4-hour support zone, right? And just look at the way in which price broke the that 4-hour resistance zone. Look at the momentum of this bullish candle to the upside, right? It was a very massive candle to the upside, which showed that price managed to break that 4-hour. That price managed to break that 4-hour once again resistance zone with very good momentum, right? It was a very big bullish 4-hour candle, right? So as usual, it was a good sign that okay, bulls are taking back control. Bears were unable to hold this resistance zone. Bulls were able to push price through. It became once again 4-hour support, right? And once again, let me reiterate, this massive momentum, this massive bullish momentum candle, right? So not only did we break, did price manage to break the resistance zone, but also I was also waiting for this high over here. I was also waiting for this high over here, for price to break this high to give us a 4-hour break of structure back to the upside. So again, with this bullish candle, bullish momentum candle, one, we managed to break the 4-hour resistance zone. It became once again support, and also we got a 4-hour break of structure to the upside as well, right? So this bullish candle played a very important role in my bullish bias, right? Once again, we managed to break the 4-hour resistance, and uh, we were able to take out this high and break 4-hour structure back to the upside, right? So with that being said, after price gave us this big and clean breakthrough, price retraced obviously into our support zone, and then we got the bullish candle, reaction candle, right? We got the bullish reaction candle. So price broke, retested, then we got the bullish candle, the bullish reaction candle to the upside, right? So once I got this bullish candle reaction to the upside, as you can see on the next 4-hour candle open, I took my entry, and unfortunately price didn't work out in my favor, and price immediately pushed towards my stop loss and then eventually stopped me out. My stop loss was just, as you can see, just below this 4-hour support zone. I was really hoping that price would hold the zone and then continue to actually push to the upside. And the reason why my TP is all the or was all the way up here is because of this, because on the weekly we do have a bunch of weekly liquidity um, sitting up there. So let me just show you guys. Look at all of this liquidity over here. You can see this 1 2 3 4 weekly wicks over here. You can see prices yet to sweep to take out this liquidity, hence why my TP was so extended to the upside. And I still believe that there is good that there is a good chance. It might not be this week, but there is in the coming weeks there is a good chance that price could and would want to take out this liquidity before deciding to either, you know, to push back down. So that's my reason for having that extended TP to the upside, and having my TP so put so far up, right? And like I said, unfortunately, price retraced back towards my stop loss and then stopped me out. And if price were to come back to this daily support zone over here, if price were to come back to this daily support zone over here, I would look, maybe depending on how price action and the fundamental analysis are, I might look for re-entries, because I do believe that price would want to take out this weekly liquidity up here. But unfortunately, price didn't respect the zone. As you can see, price did attempt to retest it, but it just continued pushing lower and stopped me out. So also, I think another reason why I got stopped out is because of the DXY. So yesterday we had a good and decent sell-off of the DXY. You can see over here, since last week we had a decent sell-off. Then coming into Monday or Sunday night market open, and Monday we had a good and decent sell-off on the DXY. So as we can see, this is a very key daily support zone over here as well. Price managed to tap it, and then obviously, unless we had some major news come out about tariffs or something, price is not just going to, you know, push directly through it. Price is always going to push up for a retrace. So that could have been the reason for, you know, since the GBPUSD and the DXY obviously moves inversely to one another, could be like while the DXY was, we had that push down, we can see GU was pushing at a push up. So when the DXY, you know, retraced from the daily support zone upwards, this obviously the move for GBPUSD would be to push down, which could be this sell-off right here, which kind of sucks. But I will, depending on how price action is, I will be looking for potential re-entries. That I won, we had this key daily resistance level over here, right? So we can see that price rejected a couple of times there at this resistance zone before actually breaking directly through it, right? So that's neither here or there. And then also we had a daily trend line, right? We had our first touch over here, our second touch over there, and then a third touch over here, with a good candle closure to the upside, with a good wick, right? Which told me that okay, we got the third touch on the daily trend line, and with this wick it shows that there is still good bullish momentum, right? So also, since the third touch on this daily trend line occurred when we got a retrace into this daily support zone, it was a good indication that price could continue, that there was a good chance that price could continue pushing further to the upside, right? However, I could not get in at the closure of the candle, because the risk reward would not have been the best. So hence I went on to the 4-hour time frame, and we had another little zone up here, right? We had another zone up here. You can see over here, price bounced from the daily support, rejected at resistance, push, finally managed to break through it, and then when it came down for the retest, price was unable to hold it, and then it pushed further down. It then became 4-hour resistance once again, and price tapped into this daily support zone, right? So once price tapped into this daily support zone, we got a nice push off of it, and then eventually price was able to break through the 4 hour resistance, and it became once again a little 4 hour support zone, right? So it broke, retested, and then we got the just do this. So it broke, got the retest onto the now once again 4 hour support zone, and then got we got the bullish 4 hour bullish reaction candle over here, right? So I wasn't confident enough with the way that this candle closed over here, simply because of this big wick over here. Wasn't confident enough to take the entry, so I waited for the next 4 hour candle, and even though we didn't get a big momentum candle to the upside, we did get this long wick over here, which showed me that price tried to push through the 4 hour support zone. It was unable to push through it, and we closed respecting the zone. So that was an okay candle for me, and on the next 4 hour candle I took my entry, and after that price pretty much pushed straight in my direction with very minimal drawdown. My TP1 was right up here at this 4 hour the next 4 hour price was my TP1 was at this next 4 hour resistance zone up here, right? And I actually ended up closing my full position right over here, simply because of two reasons. First of all, it's a very key 4 hour support resistance zone, right? Simply because of the fact that price failed to break through it so many times. So I thought to myself that price would not want to push directly through it, right? And we would most likely get a retrace off it, and that's, as you can see, exactly what price did. Next, also, we had a bunch of liquidity up here, 4 hour liquidity. We had these 4 hour highs up here, um, this 4 hour high up here, and this 4 hour high up here. All 4 hour liquidity, right? That price hasn't taken out yet. So, as we can see, this last 4 hour liquidity to the left over here with this wick, price did end up sweeping it, and then also caused price to push down. So it turns out that it was a good decision to close actually close my full position up here. And if we were to break the zone once again and retest it, I will look for entries, for buy entries once again. So I took one L on GU and one win on EURUSD. So it's one